What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. This is probably the 17th time I'm doing this. It's crazy. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. Click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you want to support Joseph FIFA. Remember to also check out my social media links on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter and TikTok at Joseph FIFA. This is the best La Liga player guide as of June 2020. We look at all the promos, which cards are still relevant to this date, and here we go. These cards are either cards that I've played with or I've played against, and if they don't fall into either category, I'm just looking at the paper stats of these cards, and I'll try to evaluate as much as I can from either other people's reviews or the player stats. And without further ado, here goes. To start things off, we have Spanish links, Marcano and Grimaldo. Cool Portuguese leagues defenders that have Spanish links to them. They're okay. Marcano and Grimaldo, of course, if you want to free up some coins, you can pick those. Carlos Gil is an MLS player that I wouldn't do him unless I really wanted to do half the packs and collect an MLS Spanish player. Thiago, 5-star weak foot, 3-star skills. Awesome, one of the more interesting players. Adama Traore, one of the best wingers in the game. I'm sorry, 67 reactions, but that strength and pace combo was too deadly to ignore. Luis Alberto, CVR, one of the most complete holistic cams in the game. I wish he had a better weak foot, but can't have it always. Pozuelo, one of the best Spanish off-league camps. You know what? The best off-league camp probably. He's a god tier, man. Level. Just look at his body type. I think it's short and lean. He'll dribble like crazy smooth. I would want this card if I'm having a La Liga hybrid, And moving past Spanish links, we have the goalkeepers. We have Ter Stegen, of course. Ter Stegen is a wonderful card. Team in the group stage version should be doing okay for you. Areola, more height. I think you don't even have to go to Team of the Season Ter Stegen. I think the Moments Ter Stegen, if you want to save coins, is already probably as close to perfect as it can be. Just that one on the handling over there, but it shouldn't matter that much. Courtois has been doing bits for me. I don't care, man. This card is insane. This card, other than his kicking, he's been doing crazy saves for me, like near post saves, long shots. I think it has to do with his body type. Kelsey has a custom body type as a goalkeeper, which is very interesting. Again, the only problem is the distribution isn't as crazy. Where if a basic chem style, he should reach 88 kicking, which is enough, honestly. Again, we have Jan Black. Jan Black, of course, one of the best keepers in real life as well. I've used him for a lot of games. He's been okay. I do prefer Courtois though, which is quite crazy. But of course, Courtois is valued at a higher range as in the market, even though Oblak has better SBC value as fodder. I would play Courtois, which is a very weird thing to say, but I do prefer his frame at this stage of the game over Oblak. But Oblak isn't bad either. He's really good too. Ter Stegen, of course, the gold standard because of his comes for crosses. No, I think it's a saves with feet trait and the body type, as well as his 4-star weak foot. I think that makes his distribution such a dream, and it's very important, honestly a very underrated aspect of being a goalkeeper. Moving on from there, we have the left backs. For the left backs, Marcelo and Mendy, they cost a bump for their respective SBCs when they were out, but if you don't have the coins, I think they're still usable now. Yuri Berchiche just decimates the whole playing field at this price range. He beats Alba as well, clearly on the physicality aspect. Lodi, strong links to Diego Carlos and Militao, two of the best center backs La Liga in the game. He's still a very competent dribbler, but at this price range, I'll pick Berchiche all day. Berchiche, who's strong links to Sergio Ramos Tots, beats Lodi on strength and defense stats across the board. His dribbling shouldn't be far away from Lodi as well, and should be similar. If you did the objective though, Reguilon is clearly the best left back in La Liga period for FIFA 20. He has masterclass stats, 93 agility and reactions, and 90 plus ball control and dribbling. Imagine Lodi but with Mystery Ball, defensive stats. He'll be perfect with a high defensive work rates. Can't really go wrong with Berchiche as well. Berchiche for value, and Regulon overall. Regulon is just, I'm hitting myself in the head for not completing this when I have Militao and Carvajal. Alright, we go forward to right backs. We have Winter Refresh Florenzi. Very good in technical, strong upgrade on his gold card. Wish there was CBR back then. Emerson is much better strength. But it's quite close to Florenzi's stat within this budget, which is kind of cheap, but still they will do a great job for you if you want to free up points for other sites on the pitch, for other positions on the pitch. Semedo's price is partially inflated because of that right wing strong link to Messi, I feel. He was an amazing card for this time for his skills, but when you compare Team of the Season Trippier, the latter's passing is just a class above. So if you did him, GG, the SBC was expired. But Semedo is tradable, however, and does hold his value for the time being. Ramos moments, his dribbling I feel is too low for right back. I feel like he's one of those. I feel like a lot of people use Team of the Season Ramos, I think, for last year's meta because he's tall, can jump very well, and can dribble quite well for a centre back as well. So he fit the meta then. For now, I would only use Sergio Ramos if I can convert him inside into the centre back pitch, because I still feel Ramos, this version is awesome. You know, I only do him if I had many untradables. You know, so fortunate to pick the next card in Ritz and Carvajal, and I think he's an ultimate team of the season as well. He's one of the best right backs in the game. Amazing with an engine, just crazy, man. Just a step above any other fullback that I've used. His work rates, I love his work rates. High. His stocky to defend well, but so clean on the ball too with an engine. Fun tip: his defensive physicality is so high that if you put the engine on him that I mentioned, you know, he would have like, I think 97 dribbling, 98 reactions on the fullback, and that left stick dribbling on him, my word. We move on to the center backs. So for the center backs, we have Umtiti storyline. He's free if you do the weekly objectives consistently. I missed out on him, which is a bummer. He's better acceleration too than PK, but if you play low depth, PK is a very interesting option, you know, because this is like the maxed out version of Scream PK. With a Shadow, I think he still has 80 acceleration and 95 sprint speed, but that sprint speed should kind of compensate a bit. The 99 reactions and 96 ball control though, amazing. If you play Eder Militao and Diego Carlos Tots, it's going to be very difficult for your opponent to score unless you're a massive bellend. These guys are moments Cannavaros, but on a higher level in my opinion. 98 stamina on Militao means that he'll be able to maintain that 95 pace at 85% at least till minute 90. I think Carlos, is a better card because he has higher agility at 88, though his stamina is a lot lesser than Militao. He's tradable though, which is and honestly he's the best value center back in the top 5 leagues in the game. Sergio Ramos, I will never forget playing this card. I believe personally is the best, I'm not kidding, the best center back in the game by a mile. This guy is the FIFA 20 what Eder Militao team of the season was for FIFA 19. You have to try this card, man. Spare the work rates, you know. For people who don't like defending, this guy will make you excited about defending and learning to right stick switch properly, you know, and to keep the attacker. This is a game changer for your defense, I'm telling you. And one of my top 5 favorite cards that I used in FIFA for this year. He's just ridiculous. Again, his work rate is not an issue if you stay back at center back. With an engine or basic, I use an engine, I think. His stats are just mouth-watering. Amazing card. I wish I had this card again, man. I think this card doesn't even drop that much from La Liga team of the season just because he is such an insane player, you know. Varane, I can never understand being more expensive than Ramos, but he's still a crazy meta center back. Don't get me wrong, bad balance, but the reactions and dribbling and body type, you know, are so good that it should help perfect defending and physical with an anchor. But for me, I like my center backs to be more like Carlos, Militao, Ramos, more of technical center backs. Fun fact, Ramos is on basic is a 99 rated center back, 99 perfect center back, which is crazy. We move on. Okay, to wrap things off, Sergio Ramos, best center back in the game. For value, Militao, because of trade with untradables, you can do him for quite a decent rate. And again, shout out to Diego Carlos as well. I picked Carlos and Ramos if I wanted any pairing. I wouldn't pick Varane, but that's just a personal taste. We move on to defensive mids. We have Busquets and Casemiro. You use more like fathers, to be honest, but Casemiro is a little bit more playable. But there's a reason that they are the price that they are. On low depth, they can be usable with their relevant stats. It's just such a shame because these two players are so good in real life, but we need to wait for like FUT birthdays or other FIFAs to be able to play with them. It's just like Ozil's card. I think a powerhouse on Shapeshifters Mendy is the move, but when you see some of his stats, you realize just how good the previous two were if pace wasn't just such a big part of FIFA. I have this weird theory that 5-star weak foot affects dribbling as well. I'm not quite sure if that's true, and that's why Mendy also feels so great on the ball. I just wonder how big that is for a center defensive mid. Mendy, Saul is a great card, much more end game, high, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills. I think 4-star weak foot. I think, sorry, that's 3-star skills. He does the simple things right. Looks tremendous value with a shadow. So if you did him and you can fit him in your team, that's a dub. De Jong, team of the year and team of the season, not too far apart. Great medium, high defensive work rates, but the best thing about this card is that the way De Jong dribbles for a defensive mid is seriously elite. It's so important for your DMs to dribble, I'm telling you, to open up passing angles and not just be this static pivot that's just dictating the play from the back end off the pitch. That's why I love Kovacic's card so much as a lone CDM. It's really important for your DMs to be mobile, in my opinion, and De Jong is just the definition of a DM that can dribble. It's just so important for that, so that you can create the better runs, the more unpredictable triangle passing patterns. De Jong is literally a perfect CM. I wish he was high though, but with an anchor, this card is almost flawless. With the work rates as a lone DM at the back in a 4-3-3, he's gonna be awesome. Might do a late run here and there with an outside foot shot. It should help with the 3-star weak foot, I guess, to finish those lone chances in the box. De Jong, in one word, is ultimate composure. We move on to center mids. Parejo is very tough to use with that sprint speed, but on paper he has great other stats. Vidal, I think, has aged a little. Do I like him with engine more than Shadow, as he's at 93 CM and his defense is already super decent. Let's not kill each other. Marcelo is so much more expensive, I feel, but I do believe that Cazorla is the better card on the other side. I think look past is high-low, and this might be one of the most fun cards alive. This Cazorla card here. With an anchor, he doesn't have a weakness, bar stamina, but even Marcelo only has 6 more stamina than him. I think 5-star weak foot is a game changer for a midfielder, more so than a 5-star skills at CM. His vision and long passing also defeats Marcelo very clearly. Again, we move back to Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos is different gravy. I wish his agility and sprint speed were more, but you spare that and his balance, and the man can play midfield, man. He's big and strong, and his interceptions are crazy. His interceptions are so good, but that's not even his main thing. I think, play him with a shadow to make his pace as usable as possible, and watch him ping passes like a prime Xabi Alonso. The man can finish as well. Again, awesome, man. Long shots inside the box, both feet, high strength and masterful dribbling with medium work rates. De Jong, like I mentioned earlier, of course, still beats everybody with these stats. He's more mobile and Kroos also, of course, more meta than him. Better work rate, but worse a weak foot. Sentimental value, I pick Cazorla because I'm an Arsenal fan, and I missed Cazorla's card so much this weekend league. He's just a dream to play with, man. That body type, those stats. Such a shame that the stamina is 80, because I wish I could play him all game with a stamina of 90 or something. And for a box-to-box, that's just suicide for an 80 stamina midfielder at this stage of the game. We move on to camps. So for that slide, Cazorla's the best, and for me, and De Jong, of course, most meta. We move on to camps and center forwards. We have Foot Birthday Muniain. I don't think you can find better value for 80k with a camp than this guy. You slap a Deadeye and he has decent 88 pace, maxed out positioning and finishing, maxed out vision and shot passing, crazy agility and balance. Odegaard is a card for specific tastes. With its scoop turn and elastic on, this card should be beautiful. You slap a Hawk on him and he'll be electric. I wish he had the 4-star weak foot though. This Fecker Tots is crazy, I heard, because he has maxed out attacking stats, but also has 96 base strength. This man can function as a sort of target man dribbler. Don't let that 4-star 3-star shape your perspective on this card, because many other attackers who can dribble this well don't have this strength stat. Foot Birthday Hazard is a super fun card with the skills, never outdated. With a Hawk, he looked complete. Obviously, compared to Odegaard and Fekir, Hazard has the weak foot, so he's a lot more reliable in finishing. Shapeshifter's Messi is different from the other Messis. Take note, because of his high attacking work rate, which he fixed. That is the most important thing to fix with Messi, in my opinion. 80 stamina, so you might have to put him on conservative interceptions as a camp. This is like a 4th informed Messi that you don't really need trigger runs with, and that's always a jam. He isn't a team of the season card, so bar physical, but he may as well be, looking at all these other all these other stats. He might as well, compete with the other team of the season cards as well, and of course he does. Cam, team of the weak moments. Messi is a very similar card, just the same medium work rates, I think, or medium low. If you can't afford a team of the year and can live with the lack of physical, this card might be the way to go, So for cams, in my opinion, I would pick Fekir at this stage of the game, and if coins weren't an option, I would pick Shapeshifter's Messi. Because come on, it's Messi, and you don't have the trigger runs of him. So moving forward, we have left wings. Wrapping up here, you gotta watch out with the balance with Carrasco, but he was free. Can't complain. Thomas Lemar, medium, but with that 5-star weak foot, he's just so effective. His dribbling should be much better as well because of his height and lean body type. A Hunter would be sick on him, as that 87 finishing is kind of boosted with that 5-star weak foot. Inform Hazard is always Mr. Reliable, and I like him with a Hawk or Hunter. But this Ansu Fati under 23's SBC, if you did him, is a heck of a steal in my opinion. With a Deadeye, he's a really good winger, and for the price, and if you did him, good game. In my opinion, team of the season Griezmann is a better card than Moments Hazard. Beyond the weak foot, this Griezmann looks crazy with basic a Hawk, 99 reactions, 99 stamina, 97 composure. This card's only con is the weak foot if you look closely, but if you can get past that, this card for me is better value than an untradeable Hazard card, If you did Hazard, of course, I would use him, but I wouldn't use him for the day with this Grizzy on the market. I wouldn't do him today, honestly. I think the amount of coins that you're sinking into him at this point in time is not the best, unless you really want that weak foot. And I guess you could go with him if you can do him for like 700k, but if not, I really don't think he's worth it. So for best left wing, I go with Griezmann. For value, I'll go with Ansu Fati. For right wing, we have team of the season Merino. This guy I have used for quite a bit to strong link to my Cazorla or Carvajal. I got him in red picks, of course, a little big, but with an engine, he's just about the most serviceable endgame winger that you can have. 3-star skill moves is the biggest problem for me with the card, but he still does have many very good strength though. Goal Messi. I mean, it's still Messi, but the stamina at this stage of the game could be a problem. I'd rather push him into the center of the pitch with that conservative interceptions. He should be okay. Yeah, for a lot of the lower budget teams, again, play him at 4-4-2 in that false 9 position, and Messi will still be Messi. Road to the final, Dembele is a god, man. I think there was a pro somewhere that said that he wants to use goal Dembele, just to show how important 5-star skills are with, and it really is very important, Strong links to team of the season, De Jong. Foot Birthday Bale. Strong links to Team of the Season Cruiser Carvajal. A sniper with that 5-star weak foot makes him a very interesting player. Gareth, 90 strength as well. Team of the group stage Messi is still no slouch with a hunter. But Team of the Year and Team of the Season Messi, man, I've been meaning to use those cards for a while now, as I'm afraid that we won't be able to see another Tots Messi in about a few years. I mean, think about it, he's like, I think 32 or 33 right now. And when he's 37, is he gonna have the best Team of the Season card? I just want to use the max version now and play him for the memories. With the Hawk, the man looks perfect and even has 87 strength. With Messi, I think you position change him in game to false 9 because he's way too good to be on the flank. So for value here, I'm gonna go with Marino, even though he lacks the skills. For top tier, I'll pick, of course, overall I'll pick Team of the Season or Year Messi. What a dream to be able to use this player. For strikers, finishing off here, we have Lucas Perez. I don't know many Arsenal fans that are doing this for sentimental value, but if you need a striker, I guess he does the job. 4-star, medium, but his stats don't look that Tots level still, if I'm being honest. Would pass on him. Avila, Team of the Season, strong link to Goal Messi. If you're under a budget, would do him for the packs in the promo week, but I still don't think he's that great value. His passing looks bad for this stage in the game. I wouldn't do him unless you're a collector or something. Future stars, Joao Felix dribbles like a dream to this date. Still looks very good with a hunter for his price. 5-star skills again, so one of the main reasons this card is still holding his weight. The scoop hits on this guy, I can only imagine. At the time, I'm not so sure if he was worth it, back then. But for this budget, this guy is great right now. I'll pick him over Benzema as he plays the meta of the game better with his skills and body type. But this Benzema card has done things to me. With an engine cam, he has almost high 90s in every stat, which is crazy. Foot Birthday Griezmann though, sensational. One of my favorite cards in FIFA 20 that I've used. With that 5-star weak foot, super effective card that I've used about a month plus ago. He carried my team back then, and I still think that he's the best out of all these cards, primarily because of his weak foot. Suarez is still the most expensive Team of the Season striker. He has the better work rates than Benzema. That is 3-star instead of 4-star skills, so that if you use 4-star skills, that might be a problem. Aggression and strength are crazy at 97, 98. Strong links to all the high versions of Messi. Many users have praised this Suarez's movement in particular as very intelligent. He'll offer you many goal scoring chances should you find that pass. Again, for wrapping things up here, I think to fit the meta, Griezmann. For value, he is awesome, but if I want to take things up a notch, I don't mind that Suarez card at all. Spare the skill move. I think that Suarez will be a monster up front on the pitch. And I think we've come to the end of the video. Again, if you like the channel, if you want to support me, click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And my links are Joseph FIFA for Instagram and Twitter and Twitch and TikTok. Thanks so much for supporting the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Leave some comments, give the support. Thank you so much. Bye.